Hello, hello.
Oh, wait a bit. Now?
I can see you somewhere behind the camera and the screen.
Um, mm, mm, mm.
You can't hear anything? You should be able to hear.
Mm,
I can hear you quite well.
you can hear me, okay.
Yeah.
Then we just need to figure out. Yeah. Mm, wait, maybe I. Give me a second.
Take your time. So, hello everyone. We're just allowing uh, our friend Jørgen to set up his contraption. In the meantime, you can hear me, you can see me. Please say hello on the chat. Okay, restart the computer. Restart. Good. So yeah, try to make a change in the setup here of the, so people can see it on the phone as a dual stream, but we'll see how it works like this. Hello, Mr. Marcel. Nice to see you. So you can see the stream okay and you can hear me okay. We'll wait for our friend Jørgen to restart his computer. In the meantime, this is a format that I want to propose, in the sense that I want to have this one-on-one meetings every Friday now, because I think it's very important for us as a community to try to also engage, not by me speaking and somebody else writing something in the chat, let's say. More or less, this is the format that, this interactive format should be the one that would dominate our page and our stream, hopefully for the many long years coming from now, because I believe that, strongly believe that Shape will be back into phase education. So I have a problem here with the stream. I want to make sure that I can, I don't see it live. Marcel, are you still there? You can see me live, is okay? Or is it something with, yeah, I think it's working. So today I think that I promised to the community on Nordnet, where our friend Jørgen has been quite active today. He gathered a lot of signatures and also has filed complaints in the name of Twitch team, in the name of many around 30 shareholders. So let's hope that this will bring some clarity to our fight against the system. How it will happen and how fast they will move it, it's something to be seen. But at least we know for sure that TICE has been refusing transparency and has most likely done this out of an interest. Let's see if we can see Mr. Jørgen. Hello, Jørgen. Now you can hear me. You can see.
Yeah, I can hear you.
But you have a camera somewhere in a corner hidden.
Yeah, I really don't have a better place to put it. I have used a mobile phone.
Yeah, you can connect also on the mobile. Well, it's okay. It's okay. I think it's okay. We can see you. We can see you like hidden behind the, I don't know, some weapons rack or something that you're concocting. Tell us a little bit about you, Jørgen. So you've been very strong in the last days, especially when it comes to gathering of the signatures and trying to file the petition. I was explaining to our audience what you have done. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into this shape business.
Well, originally, I was trying to find a way to avoid all the tariffs because of Trump in April and May.
I think we lost him with the tariffs. I think Trump intervened and your connection is failing, Jørgen. I think his internet is not Romanian internet, which is the best in the world. Is it me or is it him? It's him. We lost you for a while. I think the internet is not so happy with you, Jørgen.
No, I had some problems actually when I watched the streams before. I don't know. Yeah, I bought before second quarter, I think 25 summer, a year ago. I thought it might be underpriced, so that if any good news came, it will go up a lot. And then I followed the stock more or less. I sold out pretty soon after the Sanako news. Now the camera is gone. Give me a second.
You can connect from the phone. I think it should work quite fine. Don't need to.
Yeah.
You can use the phone camera. The pre-stream studio is very friendly with that. So we can wait for it.
Yeah, but it just disappeared. Okay. Yeah, I followed the stock pretty closely, and then in November, all the news that came from Finans and Børsen. I can speak like half the Danish, yeah. Yeah. So they came with a lot of news, and I thought what they told and what the stock announcements told was not really all the same thing, because like both Aurel bought shares and you got the Iris equity line. So I thought, yeah, it should be. This is panic, like it's oversold. At least that was what I thought at the time.
You are studying business now?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
In Norway at Southeastern University of Norway.
Okay. And you are which year of study?
I am delivering my bachelor in a month, more or less.
So you're finishing the university, right?
Yeah.
Now. And then a master degree?
Yeah, maybe.
A master degree would be the next logical step, I would say, no?
Yeah.
So what do you think about the situation at Shape? What do you think it's really happening? What is your feeling? Because you're an independent source, so I think it's very interesting.
I'm not the objective source, but like I think it's a bit hard to know, but we see you fight. Like we got a lot of signatures on the petition, and a lot that believe that what was done is not correct, both toward the shareholders and the creditors. So
what was done in the sense of the bankruptcy, no?
Yeah, and the following procedures. Like, yeah.
Look, I think that there is a topic, because I think that you gathered a lot of questions, and we will go through them. And of course, in the spirit of transparency, I will start sharing all of these things. And it's also quite helpful for me to be dynamic. So by you asking the questions, it might be quite easier for me to then focus on answering exactly what the, let's say, more negative commentators talk about Shape. And I think you started from a quite interesting place, which was, you said that you started selling when Sanako was announced.
Yeah. I thought the shares didn't reflect how much it should go up, because it looked like you got it for like really cheaply. Like it had good EBIT, and good revenue and stable as far as I understood. So I thought you might have gotten it a bit cheap.
It was a decent transaction, I would say. So from a perspective of the valuation, and especially because the reasoning behind the transaction, I think it's very funky the way people see this, and I can see that a lot of people don't really have background in finance or business administration, because of course here is a very simple. As a background, I'm an engineer. I finished electronical engineering, and then I've done a study into law and fraud, and then I specialized afterwards in business administration to an executive MBA. So I have quite a good knowledge about law, as you can probably see, and of course I have a strong understanding of business administration. And there is a huge confusion on the Nordnet, especially one of the last chats. If you can, I think that somebody has asked, I don't know who's that person that just appeared, is quite new. I think they asked you on.
I can
Nordnet.
read the comment or the question.
The question about Sanako, I think if you can read it, it will be quite fun.
I can read the whole thing. Previously, the bankruptcy trustee for Sanako asked the Finnish anti-corruption police to initiate a criminal investigation into the management of Shape Robotics and accused Shape Robotics of having stolen or transferred 4.5 million euros abroad. Now,
we lost
Thijs the curator or Thijs the liquidator.
We lost you again when it was becoming interesting. So let me read it in the meantime, because I think we are. You need to move a little bit with in a better position with your phone. Let's read that question. So it is a question that, so for everybody that is looking at this, Jørgen has started a thread on Nordnet to ask questions in this kind of live one-on-one event. And there is a person that wrote here earlier, the curator called Max Volten, has asked the Finnish anti-corruption police to launch a criminal investigation against the management of Shape Robotics and has accused Shape Robotics of stealing and transferring 4.5 million abroad. And now Thijs writes that this is our view that the liquidity for Sanako was used to cover the liquidity deficit in the remaining Shape Robotics group after the acquisition in June 25. So he's back. Let me add him back. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. Now you appear 2 times, I think.
I only see one.
You only see once? Yeah, now it's okay. So I was reading till the point earlier. Mark has accused Thijs of the Sanako bankruptcy, but it's pretty clear from the comment above that the problems did not start during Shape Robotics bankruptcy. There are 2 different parties accusing Shape Robotics / Mark of practically the same. So what really happened if Sanako, according to Mark's own words, was profitable, but according to Thijs, couldn't pay salaries? So this is the one, yeah?
Yeah.
Let me go from profitability to paying salary. So first of all, profit and cash are not the same thing, and I think that's very important for everybody to understand, because a company can be very profitable like Shake was, but lacking cash. What is very important here is to say that the company being profitable and still couldn't pay the salaries, I think that this is not any sort of a logical or banking or a bankable conclusion, because Sanako was profitable and it lacked cash even when we purchased it, because Sanako at that time didn't have any sort of project to be able to utilize its very positive numbers on the profitability side to attract any sort of funding, in the sense that eventually getting a loan or something, okay, in that direction. But it's very important to understand also something here. There is nothing illegal to buy a company to cover cash deficits. So usually in a group of companies, this is exactly the problem of misunderstanding, and I think Thijs has no idea how to run a business. That's why he's talking. And very important, these are not 2 parties accusing Mark. It's the same party, because Thijs opened the bankruptcy with somebody that he appointed as trustee, because you know very well already that TISE has confirmed that the bankruptcy has been opened upon the request of the company.
Yeah.
And this happened during the bankruptcy proceeding. So we are not talking about two different parties. It's the same party. TISE and the trustee in Finland are representing the same party. They opened the bankruptcy because they say they couldn't pay the salaries, which is absurd because the company, Shape Robotics, suffered heavily from the pump and dump. And we were in a situation in the spring or beginning of the spring of 25 where we had some illiquid shares that basically were impossible to protect or to utilize in a convertible loan that was approved by the board at the time of the yearly report. And those shares, we needed to find a way to transform them into cash, okay, without destroying the market. So we used the shares to buy a company that had profitability, that could be consolidated under IFRS 10, and you know what I'm talking about because you're studying business. And the company has been consolidated into a single entity that then could be able to get new financing, which is what happened because we utilized Sanaco to get the financing necessary to do the Bechtle project, the Polish project that was signed, and I showed these documents to everybody. And one other reason why we did this is because Sanaco is the only company that Shape owns that utilizes as national currency the euro. And because most of the most of the projects we had backed by euro due to the European Union, therefore it was only naturally to try to protect and to hedge also the forex in that way. That's why we purchased Sanaco. Okay, so all of these things don't mean anything. What the TISE is saying or the curator in Finland, because they're the same person, so it's the same group of interest because they represent the same company in the end. What is more important to understand, yes, it is true that the company was purchased to consolidate the liquidity pool through what is called the cash pooling. So basically cash was moving from one subsidiary to the other. And the most important aspect here is that, yes, TISE had the obligation to pay the salaries in the subsidiary in Sanaco. So he didn't pay the salaries because he was not administrating because the leader of, let's say, the master of the cash pool, the coordinator, imagine it like this: you have money in Denmark, you have money in Romania, in Poland, in Finland, in Moldova, and there is only one entity, which is Shape Robotics Denmark, that can extract that money and move it left and right. Okay, it's very simple because Shape had 100% ownership in all of these subsidiaries. They didn't work independently; they work codependently, and they were consolidated in the mother company through IFRS 10 consolidation. Therefore, TISE had the obligation to pay the salaries. And he had the money to do it. He could have moved it from Romania, or he could have called in some customers to pay earlier. He could have done the project in Poland. No, he decided without ever looking at anything to put the company in bankruptcy. So it's so simple, and you have to look at it very practical. How the hell that company paid the salaries in December, and suddenly in January when TISE came in, it didn't pay the salaries, and then went bankrupt because TISE said so. So this is, people have to look at this also very professionally, because it's a complicated company, and TISE has no clue how to run a company, first of all, not even a small, I don't know, hamburger joint. And on top of that, he's running a internationally publicly listed company right now. So there is nothing to discuss here. It's a single party that bankrupted the company in Finland. Okay, it makes sense what I'm saying as an explanation.
Yeah, pretty good.
Also, from also academic standpoint, because we have to look at things also professionally. We cannot just mix impressions. We have profit and cash are totally different topics when we're talking about a company, and taking an illiquid asset, which was the share, to buy a liquid company is a genius move. It's not something that you will cause a bankruptcy. Okay, so it's very stupid. This is laughable. Okay, from this point of view. Go ask me other questions.
Then we have we have a lot of questions from Progression, your biggest fan.
Yeah.
on the 18th of November 2025, you, Mark, wrote that in, I think he has a spelling error, in a PR.
Yeah, press release.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that Shape Robotics is ending its cooperation with its auditor, which I think was Bierholm, yeah? And then that you're now looking for a new auditor with the right competencies. Will you share the auditor's letter in which the auditor informs you and the board that the corporation is being terminated?
Yes, sure. Let's share it now. Okay, auditor. Let me share the screen. What you doing? What you're playing music? Don't.
Yeah.
Don't play music.
Yeah.
Let me share the screen. And of course I will put this letter. So this is the marvelous letter from the auditor, and I will read it. Dear Mark and Aurel, this is the board. This is the board that remained after the disaster caused by finance. Yeah. I'm sorry to inform you that we have decided to resign as auditor of Shape Robotics AS. That was December 18th. Our resignation is due to lack of communication with and trust in the company's management. We are obliged to notify the Danish Business Authority and Nasdaq of our resignation and the reason for it, which will be done immediately following this email. We have communicated with Nasdaq about this issue. They have asked me to inform you that you are obliged to inform the market about our resignation. Signed by Thomas Thompson, partner at Bierholm. Okay, that's it. That's all. And of course, that my natural reaction to all of this was we need to find a different auditor, no?
Yeah.
Because let me stop sharing the screen. It is just a simple answer. Like he didn't give me any reason, but very important. Very important. The same time, it's 18th of it's everything happened on the 18th of December. If you remember, let me show you something on the 18th of December. Okay, look at this one. Let me share the screen. It opened here. 1 second. On the 18th, we'll share the screen right now with what is very interesting. It's an article from Finance, okay? Because I had a discussion with Thomas Thompson the other day, so 1 week ago, okay? And you know what he said? Basically, the reason why he decided not to continue is because of the articles here. Let's look here. Let's do it live now, because that's the way to do it. That was in the same day on the 18th of December.
It's not sorted by date.
Yeah, I will sort it by newest. Okay. And let's look here. It's quite chaotic, this website, yeah. I don't know how people can find anything useful here. Okay, so April, March. Let's go to that exact date. Look at how much they have written about us. It's like every day there is an article about me. It's like I become a superstar. So January, we're getting there. Almost. Bear with us. And December 26th, so we're almost there. Not even Christmas was useful for them. Okay, December 26th, and let's see. December 23, 2020, because I remember there was something in the same day, because I was commenting. December 18. Okay, let's go on December 18 and translate it into English. Look, the same day on the December 18 when they decided to stop it, it was the day of the article where they talk about me. Mark Abraham was indicted for gross fraud in non-bankrupt company in Romania. Okay, so this is the reason why this auditor was afraid to continue this, and that's why I said that we need to find somebody that is. Let me save this episode and this article and put it on to today's episode. That's the reason why the auditor quit. That's the reality. That's basically it. So there is a small. It's a small market in Denmark, as you can imagine, and not Norway is not a big market necessarily, and they got scared. And I believe that Shape Robotics can only have an international auditor at this moment. That's why we need to find somebody with international coverage, as this market is too small. Yeah. So I want to be very correct here. I was pissed, honestly, when they said that, and I said I will find somebody that has balls, to do this audit, But they have no reason. There is nothing measurable here. It's no right or wrong. It's just an assumption. They lost trust because of the media noise. It's full stop. Same article today, fraud, and then they quit. And of course, these allegations are not proven. Like I said, that's why we go into court with finance. Make sense? They just correct me if.
Yeah, no, it's a good explanation.
Go forward, my friend.
Yeah, that's the auditor. Will you, Mark, share the audit reports for the years 2021 to 2024? If you do not have access to the documents yourself, I assume your former chairman can help you with the documentation.
I can share. I can share that. But I can share only 23.
Wow.
And 24. I already prepared them. Then I will share them. I have 23 and 24. The long form of the audit I can share with Bayerholm, because honestly, I don't have any contact with anybody in Shape, and the board folder it stops in 23. So I don't have access to board folder 22, okay, or 21. But I will share 23 and 24. I will share. Yes.
Next one, yeah. Should we do the next question?
Yeah, go.
Okay. Will you, Mark, share the purchase agreement for StoryKids so that you can read the terms under which the seller is to receive 25% of the revenue in some form of earnout?
Sure. We'll do. Let's share the screen. There's a caveat here. There are many more. This is the final part of the shareholder, the SPA, the earnout agreement, and I will keep some things not shared till the 11th due to strategic reasoning behind the
litigation.
The litigation in the 11th of May. So I will share exactly what it says here. So this is an earnout. And it says like this: from January 1st, 2022 and onwards, Mark and Elena shall accumulated receive 22% of all revenue invoiced from Romania as commission in cash, and the number of shares equaling 25% of total PNRR business value at 10 Danish crown per share at issuance. Okay. Commission is dependent on Elena's continued affiliation with the company as specified. You can see this?
Yeah, okay. I can see it.
As specified in the contract, and cannot be terminated before 31st of December 26. In case of termination without cause, Mark and Elena are entitled to full compensation of accumulated cap of 2 million euros and the full compensation of 25% share agreement to be paid in shares or cash equivalents. Okay. If any personal liability, direct or indirect, on Mark and Elena is approved by the CEO, David Johan Christensen, then this liability is covered by Shape Robotics AS. There is an existing liability of approximately 1 million euro in relation to PNRR, which is hereby also approved. So we gave a loan of 1 million euros to the company at that time, which I just deducted. The cash commission is kept at accumulated 2 million euros, not including school dropout project Altex contract. Orders must have a minimum gross margin of 10%. Revenue is measured as invoice orders, including glass, reseller, distribution, rediscount, general discounts, and credit notes. The commission is calculated quarterly in the first week of every new quarter and will be paid no longer than 30 days from the end of each quarter. Corresponding payout ready or future bonus to the employee may occur. Shape Robotics AS guarantees that Mark Abraham and Elena shall receive compensation equivalent of 25% of the total value of the business generated to the PNRR as a direct result of the Story Quiz acquisition to be paid in shares of Shape Robotics AS. Shares shall be issued to Mark Abraham and or Elena and at Mocano. It was her name
before.
Before at the prevailing market price at the time of the issuance, with a preference price of 10 Danish kroner per share. Mark and Elena agreed that the total commission cannot be paid out separately to the individuals or to a share can be paid out separately or to individual share account. Okay. Shape Robotics hereby irrevocably guarantees and commits that it shall repurchase any and all shares issued to me or Elena under this section upon their request at a minimum guaranteed price at 24 crowns. Okay. Regardless of the prevailing market price at the time of the purchase. That's it. And of course, there is a condition that says like here, in case of termination without cause, okay?
Yeah.
Mark and Elena are entitled to full compensation of accumulated. So termination without cause is the major force majeure cause. So that means that bankruptcy, firing without cause, any liquidation. Yeah. So I think that this covers quite...
Yeah. I think that's pretty well answered.
Yeah.
That was all the questions so far.
I think that there were two more I saw.
But that way, wait a minute, I need to plug in. Just give me a second.
Okay.
That's the phone, right?
You need the phone to connect?
Yeah, to log into Nordnet, you need the phone if you use the computer for it.
Meet ID.
Yeah, we have something similar in Norway. It's called Bank ID.
He says here, would you like Mark to explain how you and your boyfriend as salesman, I don't know, maybe the translation is a little bit rude, expected that Shape Robotics will have to pay 25% of the turnover from Romania once you had the knowledge of Shape Robotics lack with liquidity? Yes, progression, the idea is like this. There was no need for Shape Robotics to pay. Actually, Shape Robotics got money from us. So this was a very interesting deal that was put on place. So the idea is, it fell down your phone. You're playing.
Yeah.
Okay. So the question here again, it's part of my frustration with the whole situation, and that's why we are pushing for a zero conversion, 99% haircut on the debt, on the claims against the company, for a single reason, because yes, we were very frustrated when we saw that we could not convert shares because of the pump and dump. Basically, I got into the position as CEO in late spring 24, and that was exactly during that stupid extraction scheme ran by our favorite analyst in Denmark, Lars Stopholm. And basically, instead of us paying the company money at 10 crowns per share and buying shares from a share pool that should have been allocated towards us and approved, which meant liquidity into the company, instead of that, we got into a position right now that we couldn't get the shares due to the pump and dump, because it was not possible to print out more shares with this toxicity level. And we try to fix it by coming forward with the idea on late November about the situation, late November 25, when we came clean about the whole
pump and dump.
Pump and dump scheme. And this is affecting us directly because we wanted to be shareholders, as we brought in 88 million euros of business through the Romanian subsidiary. Our goal was to be 25% of that to get shares into Shape Robotics, at which we had to pay at 10 crowns. Of course, in bankruptcy, we had to recuperate from the 26 crowns per share that we just shared the screen. That was the
Agreed price.
agreed price to sell those shares in case of termination without cause. So it's simple as that. We're the company, not only that it didn't have to pay us, it should have gotten money from us. Okay, that's why our cash component was quite low, because nobody will sell a company for zero. StoryKids was sold for zero, owning a contract of 88 million. Usually you would sell it at I don't know, maybe times 2 the value of the contract. There are situations which you buy into market. Yeah, so it's simple answer, progression. There was no cash, and that's why you don't see it in the company reports, in the annual reports, because there was not a cash component situation. It was a warrant agreement, so the company would have gotten money out of us. Okay, go.
Yeah, that was the question, but I didn't see the last one. No, the boyfriend thing. That's not what it says. So
What was
the translation for the question.
ah
Let me just see. Yeah, like it means like it can mean both girlfriend and boyfriend depending on context.
Okay, so it's rather
Concept.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Significant other might, or maybe probably that's better. I don't know.
And so the idea is like this: we have now a claim that is a claim generated by the loss of value in our initial sale, which we are utilizing to reconstruct the company. So there is no discussion here whether this is a liquid claim for us. We want to get money out of the company. No, we want to reconstruct the company by denouncing this claim, which will trigger others to denounce the claim. And I'm not going against AI4 or Danske, because I believe that Danske has made a ton of mistakes, but I go against, I want AI4 to get the money in. Okay, and we have already prepared something which I will show you as breaking news. if you bear with me 1 second, I will share this with you, because we already have the money prepared for AI4. We want to pay AI4. I was not part of the situation where AI4 has defaulted or has said about a default, the topic that goes back and forward about this AI4 thing on Nasdaq, and we can discuss it also if you have time, if we have time. But let me open something important to you, which
is it the 2 NDA or
it is this. It is a bridge financing agreement that is available. I will not share the name, yes, but I can tell you that this is available up to $3 million with the first tranche of 750 up to 18 months, 12% per annum. Right to convert the notes, 15%. The credit facility should be secured by a first ranking charge over all assets of Shape and its current and future subsidiaries. So we already have this in play, more or less, with an expected closing in May 26. Okay.
Yeah.
So I will show publicly right now this part. I will put also here, and I will personally guarantee this unconditionally for the 750,000 money in advance, which will be available immediately as the reconstruction starts. So we are planning to repay in the first week or so of the amount of the reconstruction in fully AI4. And the repayment will be done through a convertible loan repayment, exactly here, convertible notes. So this is something. This is
same
something
as
that,
alumni, right?
Yes, the same as alumni, but from a different partner that wants to put a floating charge, to buy the floating charge of AI4. So we already have this prepared. So the only thing that is missing is the reconstruction to start and to utilize these assets to full repaying AI4. I believe that AI4 is misinformed in many
Yeah, it looks like the information goes to Thijs and then stops. Right.
I think that Thijs doesn't really work on this file, to be honest with you. I think Thijs is too arrogant to actually work on the case. So it's mostly his junior associates that work on this case, and they don't understand anything, honestly. So, but let's think about this, Jørgen. You are a business major.
Yeah.
What is the connection between a lawyer and a business manager and a business major on such a case like ours? You need experience, and at least you need some sort of a background in economics and international finance to understand.
Yeah, or you have
How
worked
this-
with it. Yeah, that should be a minimum requirement.
Because one thing is to do a reconstruction that you do it with the help of the management, and another thing is to do a liquidation or a bankruptcy with an hostile management. Like I was hostile towards Thijs because he was hostile to us. As we have explained it from day one, that the company was doing an appeal against the bankruptcy, and the bankruptcy was not correctly ruled. Okay, because I remind everybody again, we were not bankrupt. So if the Jørgen, if the company was correctly served and we have defended that 6th of January date, then there was no bankruptcy. And we were very close to having the EGM. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
and then the liquidity from Irish.
Yeah. So we were not bankrupt at all at that time. So it's stupid because basically the whole destruction of value of the company occurred during the bankruptcy, not before, because he's trying right now to show that the company was bankrupt before that point, which is absurd because the company had subsidiaries with contracts. It's bananas, bonkers. Shoot questions at me, mister. What let's see if people have asked any questions on the stream. Marcel Magnifica, any questions? Jens, others? Let's see. But you ask me, Jørgen. Ask me from your side. What else? What you?
I think you've been pretty clear today, so I don't have any question right now, at least.
I think that the message would be that more or less you need to think with your own head, in general, because this is not a simple setup company that it just exists in the realm of two credits in Denmark. This is a more than that. And I don't want to say that we have been cheated out of selling story kits for nothing, but this is how it looks like.
Yeah.
At this moment.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Because,
that's a lot of work. Yeah, work.
Somebody told me something. You are so crazy. I said, you are so crazy that you might be genius, but the same person has told me that out of this story you either get rich or you get famous or you get both, but I don't want any of it. I just want to come back to pre-pump status. That's my mission here, because that event, that pump and dump, destroyed the value of the currency of the company. So we basically achieved the super important goal to uplist the company on the main market. And this is not only me in this company, Jørgen. Sometimes the frustration is building up because, as you have seen, everybody is talking about Mark. But I ran this company only for a year, more or less.
Yeah. There have been a lot in management, and there's 70 people working or something in Romania, isn't there?
In total, yeah. Romania and Poland, yeah. But were working because now everybody has left. But it's always about me and me not saying what and A for not me. But I was not involved in those things. I have been only marginal part of or inherited those things from a different time and a different management. At least I don't want to move away from those points because, of course, investors have to receive some sort of transparency in that regarding that. But I cannot take it all on me.
No.
At least
But
I would like not to.
yeah, you're fighting. That's probably why.
It's very difficult when you go when you come from a family of teachers and engineers, and you just realize that after you have a once in a lifetime opportunity, the one that we had with the recovery and resilience plan, and we had this project in hand, and after just implementing one of the best projects that made us proud and my family proud, to get into this situation where you have some second-hand lawyer that basically decides to stop services, and tens of thousands of robots cannot be used by children in school, and it's absurd. At least have the decency, Mr. Tice, to pay those subscriptions and keep the solution working. He decided to bankrupt Sanaco, and imagine Sanaco had licenses in Romania, only in Romania licenses sold in the recovery and resilience plan of 3 million euros. Okay, and he just stopped those licensing. They don't work. So it's absurd.
Yeah, the loss of trust too will be a lot.
I don't know how to put this mildly, but it's grotesque what he's doing, and with all these allegations coming, and with the Sanaco, he's just trying to cover his ass. He thought he goes in, takes a good salary, solves the problem for Danske, and then he realized that he made a mess, and now he's trying to fix it by throwing the mess in other people's corner. No, so this is not normal. Well, I asked you at a point to check with the university teacher, or to verify even more deeply about the obligations of MAR and the thing that you claimed together with the shareholders today. How did that go?
Yeah, I haven't really gotten a clear answer. But I don't think they want to say anything at the moment.
The teachers.
Yeah, I can try to press a bit harder. But we have one at my university. I think there's only one, because we're divided into more campuses that are a bit far apart.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I can try to meet up. But it's hard to get any clear answer out of them before they feel like they know enough.
Yeah, anyway, it's academia versus reality, because of course most likely we live in countries where the stock exchange is not really the go-to place naturally for businesses, I would say. But how do you feel the market right now? Because the Nordics market looks like a disaster in general, with 60% in the last 6 months down.
Yeah,
How
in
is it?
Denmark or what?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's probably just Novo Nordisk, right?
that destroys everything, huh?
Yeah, but they were the first ones with the GLP, and then, as far as I understand it, they didn't do any marketing. I think that's the problem. Because if you look at any of the graphs, you can see that both FDA approved medicines and also the illegally Chinese market, some people, and a growing number in America, is buying non-FDA approved semi medicines that are not correctly made.
Peptides.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you heard about them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but that I was thinking mostly about the extraction schemes, because Jørgen, when you look at this, what happened with Shape Robotics, with the pump and dump, we have proven at this moment the pump. No, we have proven without any sort of question mark that there was a pump. Okay, we know there was also a dump, but it's not yet proven, and it's a work in progress. But I think that this situation is extremely endemic in the Danish stock exchange, especially due to the fact that
at least the smaller companies.
Yes,
in Denmark there are basically none as a functioning small cap companies. it's a bit better in Norway and a lot better in Sweden. But like those companies doesn't get time to grow because they get fucked over at some point before that.
Yeah, but I think that it's mostly, as I understood it, after I joined Shapen, because I was thinking that Denmark is an ideal place where things are so serious and so well designed and protected that I was happy, to go to this trust system and just trust everybody that will get the shares, will do whatever is necessary, blah 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 blah. And I just focused together with the team that we built in Romania to bring in the business,
Yeah,
and
also another problem in management, especially in Norway, is like nobody wants to take any responsibility, and nobody wants to act or to act out.
I think that that's quite common also in other countries in Europe, or most countries in Europe. It's less common in the southeastern Europe, let's say, or central Eastern Europe. But it depends on the age. You are, what, 23? How old are you?
I'm 24.
24. Yeah, it's a generational change, because when you are born in after the 2000s, no, we say we are born after the last rain. It's you have everything on your table, more or less. You have everything functioning, and there are procedures, and there, you want to have very comfortable workplaces. And I remember a story when we joined that Shape after the acquisition. There was this kind of big meeting, knowing the team in Denmark, and I went, got a clean shave, haircut, Elena prepared the makeup, everything, well dressed, and we were preparing to discuss about serious topics on growth, what we need to do, blah 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 blah. And the topic, the board meeting or whatever, the extended board, and joined, and it was online, and it was crazy. The first 15 minutes of the discussion were more or less about the food at the office. So it was one of the most complex, let's say, decision to change the food supplier, the lunch supplier, because they're not using recyclable
Plastic
boxing,
materials.
plastic. Yeah, that was a topic. They just bought a company in Romania and had 2 new people, and the most important aspect was this. Or on another day, just to tell you the cultural shock also for us was that there was a birthday of one of the ladies working in the company, and at that time there was also an office in Odense for Shape Robotics. I don't know why. Nobody has explained to me the reasoning behind it. Quite 4 people were working there. It cost Shape around 2 million euros, that office in total. And it was the birthday, and instead of buying flowers through a service, that takes flowers online or whatever, like this kind of Glovo or whatever, Volt or how it's called, somebody drove from Odense across the bridge to Copenhagen, to Farum, where the office was. We bought some very cheap flowers, like 3-4 euros, and then drove back, and the price of the flower was 450 euros. And that was the road, the tax for the bridge and everything. I was like, what? Where do I work? I was trying to structure the business and to do some sort of structured business, at least in my theory. But this is the situation where we live in, and this is where we are, and we do the best out of. But also, look, people tend to be quite nasty also, because it's very easy for them to fall prey to mainstream media, to this kind of negative side of things. And it's very important that they, especially when you look at Nordnet, most of those people that comment don't have shares in Shape, and it's like they just want to prove you that you're losing your money, so that
prove you wrong. Yeah.
For what? What's the purpose? Why, for instance, a guy like Progression or a girl like Progression doesn't think 1 second outside the box and says maybe Mark is right. Okay, let's look at the arguments, because it's why does he want Shape to fail? I don't understand.
At every possible point he objects to you.
Yeah.
Even when and even when it's going well, then he just becomes silent.
Yeah.
I go and get water and coffee. We have like 5 minutes.
Go. So let's continue while Mr. Jørgen is powdering his nose, or how should we say? Questions on the chat. Let's have some questions. Everybody left. They fell asleep. Yeah. It's 1st of May. So there should be a celebration about the 1st of May. Jens has joined. Are you still on, Jens? Let's check out the questions to see if we missed anything. I'm looking if we missed anything. Okay, Smart Labs. Yeah. So in conclusion, I will prepare the live, the article for the live a little bit later today. I don't think I have time because I will just, I go with my girls to a very important movie, The Devil Wears Prada 2. I'm looking forward to seeing that movie. And yeah, let's see if there are any questions. If not, I will just dump Senor Jørgen with all my appreciations. I think he's back. Are you back, Mr. Jørgen?
I'm back.
He's back. So I think that we need to retire in glory. I appreciate your help a lot, and especially with all this work that you have done in the last week, gathering signatures. And I will put all the proof, of course, as usual, in the Substack article. And may the devil wear Prada too. You know, I'm going to the movies, Jørgen.
Yeah, I heard.
Celebrating the 1st of May. Unul mai muncitoresc.
That's the name of your cat too, isn't it?
Prada, yeah. One of the cats.
Yeah.
I have two. One is Puma, the other is Prada. Yeah, one is big, one is small. Or it will get bigger, the small one. Huh? What you saying, Elena?
Not small, it's delicate.
Yeah, it's delicate. I apologize. Where is the delicate cat? Huh? She's outside sunbathing, the delicate cat. Proper afternoon to you, gents. Also, I appreciate your time, Jørgen. I think it's a better format for me. It's much easier to talk when somebody is available. Next time, Marcel, you are on. Marcel Magnifique. Let's meet you, Marcel Magnifique. Thank you, Bo. Bye, Bo. And he joined and he exited. Okay, guys. So, Jørgen, how did he call you? Jesper. It's
Jesper and Abrahamsen.
Abrahamsen, yes. But you can understand, I think, all the Danish talks. You cannot.
I had a talk with Bo, and like there was a bit of like the line wasn't completely stable, so like I don't understand much then. So it's just like I think Danes understand Norwegian better than the other way around. But like we have almost the same language when we write.
When you write, it's almost the same, yeah.
Yeah, in Norwegian, we were part of Denmark until like the 1840.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. Yeah.
The Kalmar Union. You should go back to those ages.
Yeah, but that lasted on until 1550.
Yeah, but that's the nice.
And then it was
part of-
Denmark, and then Sweden for a very short time.
Yes, it's like Finland became Finland with the help of the Russians, and now the Russians are bad for Finland.
Yeah.
It's the same territory, the Nordics. I think that culturally you come from a quite similar, but then you just expand it differently. One is oil and gas, the other one is more wind power, I think.
Yeah, one is medicine, that's it, and Norway is oil and gas, and Sweden is innovation, I think.
And still a lot of
yeah, a lot of industry. We have
Thank
a lot
you.
of that in Norway too, actually.
There is this. Thank you very much again. I wish you all a good afternoon. Ciao, guys. Bye.